Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me today for our new moon meditation during Virgo season. I do have some things to say, and it's all very kind of discombobulated in my awareness right now, so let's just see if it comes forward in a coherent manner. We're coming out of an incredibly stressful summer. During the eclipse season, just the energies have been really, really hard with so many planetary bodies in retrograde. I think at the maximum we had 7 simultaneously, which is just, basically almost unheard of in the astrology world. So we're ever so slowly working our way out of all those retrogrades and that kind of stale energy that has been part of it. And I know that the people that I am in communication with have all definitely felt that slowing of energies and the frustration that comes because maybe during that time you had certain goals or certain plans that you really wanted to move forward, and it may have just felt like it didn't matter what you did or how much you invested, that it was just always met by one block after another. So take heart. The energies are beginning to shift, but it's going to be a slow shift. I can't lie about that. We're looking at an energetic kind of a cycle that we're trying to come out of that goes all the way back to fall of 2012. And when I'm looking at the energy of it, I can't help but liken it to my own journey with the Kumara Center, because we officially became an organization really in fall of 2012, and then very officially on December 22nd. And when I'm looking at kind of what we're moving back into, I have to look at what has happened over time. Now, equate this to your own life, because it'll be there somewhere, and it's there for the collective as well. We're looking at, we were in a space where we were moving toward a mission. We'll just call it a mission, whatever that happened to be for you. For me, we had the mission of the Kumara Center, and met with great enthusiasm and lots of hard work, and we got into it and kept moving it. And there was, in worldly terms, let's call it, success there, in that we were able to, create the organization and have somewhat of a following of people who were starting to benefit from the understandings we were bringing forward. But then over the years, feeling very, because of what's happened planetarily, just very kind of not necessarily completely stuck, but just held back, just feeling very held back. And now we're really slowly moving out of that space, but being very challenged at this time too. And we will be through the fall. I can't lie about that. I don't have the astrology on this, but I don't feel it really lightening up until like mid-November is what I'm feeling. So, don't quote me to that, but that's just what I'm sensing. And what I'm really looking at is that what Virgo season is all about is just the planning, right? Virgo is a very meticulous sign, and I can speak to it. I have that energy. Very much about putting everything in order and crossing your T's and dotting your I's and making sure everything is perfect. So we have energy coming off the new moon, we're in the middle of it and coming off of it, that says, yes, new beginnings, unlimited potential. We can really move things, and it's exciting, and that's wonderful. But then we also are doing it at a time where it's all about the details. And it's still very much about still having planets in retrograde that are holding us back. So you can see where there's this confliction. And my message to all of you today is to, like our original members for the Kumara Center who have stuck with it for 6 years. 6 years? Yeah, 6 years. Through all of the hard times and all of the good times and everything in between, and who are still plugging away, knowing that the mission is worthy, right? The mission is the thing that keeps us energized, even though we will hit these roadblocks that are inevitable. They're just inevitable. It doesn't matter how, and understand this, whatever it is in your life that you can equate this to, it doesn't matter how good the idea is or how energized you are about moving it forward. The fact is, on this planet, you will be met with resistance. And based on what's going on planetarily, there are times where it doesn't matter. That resistance is going to be stronger than maybe the energy you have going into it. And so at those times, it's all about, it's going to test your character and test your commitment. And that's where you show up. That's your work, is to continue to move forward and to not be dissuaded by the fact that things just got hard or things aren't going the way I wish they would, but to continue to move forward with what's truly in your heart to do. It'd be easy to give up. I mean, certainly as an organization, we're doing something that people can't equate to yet. And we know that. And it may be a while longer before the masses will be ready to listen to the kind of information that we share. But it doesn't mean we don't continue doing the work now. It doesn't mean we're going to sit back and just say, okay, well, so let's just hang it up for a few years. And then when people are ready, we'll come back in. No, the point is we're putting the energy in now so that it supports the movement of the energies that will come, and then the collective will be able to move with it. And without the people who are ready to kind of make the sacrifices they need to make in order to hold that energy and to keep it moving despite all of the craziness here on this planet, without that, there won't be any movement for the collective the way we all understand there should be. Yeah. Okay. So that sounds pretty heavy. And it is. But simultaneously, this is definitely a time for the unlimited potential to be shown to you. And it is a time for you to embrace it and to be excited about it from your heart. Just let it sit in your heart of what can come, knowing that in its right timing, it will, as long as you are willing to do what you need to do to help it continue to be nurtured. Okay, that's your job. So I just wanted to say, on top of everything I said earlier, that this, as well as being a time for, new beginnings and looking at potentials, and that's very powerful, it's also equally a time of allowing for the falling away of things that are outdated, unneeded, things that won't serve you well going forward if you continue to do things the same way you've done them in the past. Part of what we have to be on our spiritual path, even just as humans who are walking their paths completely unconsciously, is we need to be flexible and able to just kind of move with all the changes that come, because we certainly know there is no stagnancy in the universe. It's constantly moving. So we have to be very fluid that way. So allow for that. And also utilize this time as an opportunity to take advantage of the dispensation of the violet flame. So since there is so much coming up for people right now, definitely use that violet flame whenever you can see that there's something moving that is disqualified, where the energies are off, where you can see you're in the middle of something that is karmic. Call on that violet flame and ask for that to transmute and to purify the energetic, because right now it definitely is a time of purification, and the violet flame was brought forth exactly for that reason. So just know that this is a wonderful time. You should use it all the time, of course, but right now especially is a really powerful time to use that.